fun, is it? When you don't even break my leg? Come on, sucker me again. I'll gnaw your wrist off at the elbow this time. Today, I'm going to talk about OA2, Oriental Adventures, Knight of the Seven Swords, a module by... Oh, there's a whole list of people. I thought Zeb Cook was the main writer, but no, looks like there's a whole list of people here. Pickens, Cook, Swan, Carmine, and Ritchie. Okay, so this is a module that takes place in the Meiji province of Kozakura, in case you even care. And this is a module that is an Asian haunted castle. And it's a really fun module. I only got to run it once, but I wished I'd run it more than that. It was really fun. There's some railroading to get you to the castle, and then you get there and you have to do the whole castle in one night. And if you don't, then you reset. You got to do it. You had a dream, and you've got to do it again. You have to do it again and again and again until you get it right. And on another video, I heard McGuffin mispronounce McMuffin, and I like that, so I'm going to go with that. So you've got to get a McMuffin. You're being sent to get some artifacts from a temple, and in order to get those, you have to get the key, which is the haunted castle. And the key is a medallion that you've got to find with 7 sword charms that fit into slots on the medallion. And those slots, those swords, are spirits that you have to fight, and each one is a different class from Oriental Adventures. So, first of all, there's some stuff about the outer castle here. But, so there's the outer castle, and it goes uphill to the main castle here. So, there's 7 of these champions. First, there's a Kensai who uses a unique weapon, so you can't use that yourself if you defeat him. And then there are a few monsters. There's a Wu Jin with a really interesting weapon. He has some spells that he can use. There's a monk that you have to fight on a room full of posts, and this is a Hingeyokai Mantis monk that hops from post to post while he fights you. There's some more monks. A whole bunch of monks, female monks. There's a Ronin, which is basically a samurai with no family. So you got to fight a samurai, basically. There's a ninja, a Bushi ninja, in fact, with some mystical powers, so he can sneak and attack you. There's a Sohei. And my favorite is the Shukenja. The Shukenja is a bureaucrat sitting at a desk, and he makes a bunch of origami monsters that attack you, and he has a really cool magical weapon, which is a pen, which is mightier than the sword. So he hits you with this pen, and he can rewrite reality for you. But he's a Shukenja, so it's not that bad. But I think the intent was that these magic items that the various champions of the swords had were not supposed to go to the players, but I let the players have them with the caveat that they were only usable by the class that their thing was. So this pen was only usable by Shukenjas, and the role-playing restrictions of Shukenjas made it not too overly powered. But you have to get all these in a single night. All 7 swords fit in the medallion to get to the lower level. And let's show you the map real quick of the castle. It's got more than one level. And then you go into an underground section. But this leads to a deeper underground. So you have to get through all this to get to the underground. And there's a new place where you go to where a box of relics is being guarded by the Kraken Tau. A monster, looks sort of like a mind flayer, but he's got 7 tentacles. Each one holds a sword. And the aftermath of this dungeon is he goes to the Isle of the Gargantuas to rule over Godzilla and King Kong and all them. So he's very powerful, and you have to use the McMuffin to defeat him. There's a particular McMuffin you find in here. So here's, and yeah, it's in bad shape because I used this only once, but I ran it a lot in that one time. So, once you've got the artifacts, you have to take them back to meet at an inn. So, there's a section where you're racing across the countryside, meeting various people who may be friends or foes. There's bandits, there's more bandits, there's enemy scouts, enemy bushi, a running bull, messenger, a busy village, more enemy bushi, friendly bushi, the dynamic duo, a wandering shukenja, some enemy horsemen, and finally you make it to the inn where you're supposed to give these to an agent. But the agent's not there yet, so this section is unique. I haven't seen this in any other dungeon where you have to do some role-playing and you have to act civilized. You can't wear armor because it's an inn. You can't have but certain weapons if you're a particular class. You're very restricted, and then the ninjas attack. And so there's nice little statistics for all the monsters that appear in here. It's quite a lot, even though a lot of these are just, you might encounter them on, like on the random monster thing. And so here's some more maps of different levels of the castle. And here's the underground complex where the Kraken Tau lives. And the map of the inn. It's like on a lake, and you have to take a little boardwalk to the lake. And so that's the dining area where the ninja ambush happens. So, an interesting module. Knight of the Seven Swords. It was lots of fun to run, lots of fun to play. I highly recommend it.